MC's dragging. I assault and beat a track, and when my team be rapping, we MC with passion, they just lies, and they team be capping.
Today we're talking about beginner basketball players and in general what kind of basketballs are best for them. More specifically, why beginners should not be using expensive basketballs. It can be very counterproductive to building someone's game by giving a beginner a more complex basketball than they need or are ready for. If you get a beginner player, a prospective potential player, just a regular, normal, basic basketball, if they take to the game while using that very basic basketball, then now you know for sure that it's much more likely that they are going to progress and stick with the game because they actually love the entirety of the game. They've experienced what it's like to bounce and shoot and run after, pass, catch a basketball, even though it's a simple, basic basketball, and yet they love it still. If they only are engaged in the game because they have a fancy, expensive, impressive basketball so that they can show off to, the other people around them, then maybe they're involved in the game for the wrong reasons. And if that's the case, it's very unlikely that's going to be sustainable over years to come. So maybe you get an expensive, complicated, fancy basketball now, but sooner than later, the chances are you're gonna get tired of it because you're only buying that basketball because it's fancy, it's impressive to other people, but you're not actually interested in building your game, thus sustaining your presence out here on the court. Thus you'll pay a lot of money for that expensive basketball one time, use it for a year, and then lose interest and never use it again. So today let's talk about the two main reasons I have for why beginner players should start off using basic basketballs, not expensive ones. Reason number one you should start with the basic basketball is because my 30 years of outdoor park basketball experience tells me that there is an actual process, an actual hierarchy to learning the game in the most efficient and effective ways possible. One of those universals is that every player starts as a blank sheet. Now, some players may have more innate, born with natural basketball talent than other players, but in terms of skills, in terms of experience, we all start as a blank sheet. We all start from the same place. So if we all start our basketball journeys in the same place and start going down the same general path, my mentality is that you as a blank slate as a player should also start with a blank slate as a ball. What I mean is more expensive, more complicated, complex, more higher quality basketballs have features to them that make playing basketball easier. You as a beginner don't want those yet. You don't want the game to be easy. You want the game to really be as hard as it can be because you want to build your foundation, your skills, your abilities, your fundamentals on the hardest aspects of the game that you can. You want to overcome them, face them, figure out what it is you need to do, overcome them, master them using the most basic basketball you can. At the beginning, you want the game to be as hard as it can be so that later on, years into your career, the game is so much easier for you than your contemporaries who are at the same experience level as you, but for you the game is so much easier because at the beginning you made it harder and then you overcame that.